Hello, my name is Toria Sumter, and my presentation is on how religion can turn people into zombies. Our society seems to perpetuate this idea that religion equals a good person, that God needs to be the center of your moral compass in order to live a good life. I believe that us as humans should want to be good because we want to, not because there's a God watching our every action and judging us accordingly. In this presentation, I will be shedding light on how religion, specifically evangelical Christianity, can turn people into modern-day zombies by examining scholarly research on how Christian beliefs affect people's thoughts and actions in order to reveal the ways in which high-demand Christianity is damaging to not only those inside the faith, but the ones on the outside as well. Just a brief overview of the zombies from The Walking Dead. Characteristics are they're unintelligent, they travel in groups, they're fall victim to herd mentality, mimicking each other's actions, and their main goal is to consume human flesh. Crystal Ships, a licensed therapist who specializes in faith deconstruction, categorizes high-demand religion as, quote, a faith community that requires obedience, discourages its members from questioning its rules, principles, and practices, expects subservience and loyalty, discourages trusting relationships outside the group, perpetuates the notion that those within the group are right and superior to those outside of it, promotes extreme or polarizing beliefs, and expects its members to suppress their authentic selves in exchange for the sense of belonging and security the group offers. Some examples of high-demand religions would be evangelical Christians, which is kind of an umbrella for a lot of other religions. Mormons or Latter-day Saints also fall under that category. My first minor claim is that devoting your life to a high-demand religion can lead to the deterioration of self-identity. When you're a part of these high-demand religions, you're expected to conform to their ways of thinking and push away any of your thoughts, feelings, and opinions that will differ from their views. Ships, who I quoted earlier, says that high-demand religion, quote, expects its members to suppress their authentic selves in exchange for the sense of belonging and the security the group offers. Pushing your own thoughts and feelings aside can also lead to cognitive dissonance. The definition of cognitive dissonance is, quote, the discomfort a person feels when their behavior does not align with their values or beliefs. This is often a very uncomfortable feeling that many people ignore. My second minor claim is that members of evangelical Christianity are trained to disregard their critical thinking skills. There is usually an expectation of blind faith towards the religious leaders, especially the ones at the top of the organization. What they say, according to them, is coming from God and should not be questioned. In turn, everyone in your community is believing these things, therefore it's natural that you want to believe those things too. You don't want to be isolated from your community. This can lead to even more cognitive dissonance. Having new beliefs thrown at you, but not aligning with who you are, is going to make you feel really uncomfortable. But again, most people ignore that because of the sense of security they have within that religion. Members are also taught to find out if something is true by praying and by having faith in the feelings you get versus basing your opinions on facts, evidence, and science. My third minor claim is that fear, specifically of death and the afterlife, is one of the main methods religions use to control its members. Most Christian religions believe that there is an afterlife and that if you live your life here on earth righteously, then you will be rewarded in the afterlife and get to be in heaven with all of your loved ones and live amongst God. Fear of damnation, going to hell, or not seeing loved ones again is a huge motivating factor for how these religions keep their members obedient. Russell, a British philosopher and Nobel Prize winner, states that, quote, religion is based, I think, primarily and mainly upon fear. It is partly the terror of the unknown, and partly, as I have said, the wish to feel that you have a kind of elder brother who will stand by you in all your troubles and disputes. Fear is the basis of the whole thing. Fear of the mysterious, fear of defeat, fear of death. Fear is the parent of cruelty, and therefore it is no wonder if cruelty and religion has gone hand in hand. So they're promising their members all of these blessings, but there's a but. There's certain criteria to get into that afterlife, as Bassett says. There's ethical standards that you have to follow in order to earn that. That's how they keep their congregation in line. My fourth minor claim is that evangelical Christians have and continue to attack specific groups of people with hate, justifying this hate by using God and his teachings as a scapegoat. This kind of hate dates back thousands and thousands of years. Puritans who came over to the Americas and were met with the Native Americans treated them as monsters because of their different cultural and religious beliefs and because of the darker color of their skin. Today, many Christian churches, not all, but many, still discriminate against the LGBTQIA+ community and believe they're living in sin and going to hell. Many of these high-demand religions also believe they are better than everyone else because they have the truth. They are worthy of God, and therefore they treat anyone different as less than. Although not all evangelicals think alike, most of them will probably dispute my claim that their religion is harmful. I can admit that while high-demand Christianity can provide people with a tight-knit community, and has elements that benefit people, ultimately they still cause so much more damage than good. This supportive community that they build it through control, fear, and false information, and harm others in the process. I was part of the high-demand Christian religion for the first 19 years of my life. I have since left the religion, and although I found so much happiness outside of the conforming beliefs, I also have a lot of sadness because my family doesn't agree with my decisions and they treat me differently because of it. So out of all of this, I just hope that as more people become educated, more love can be spread than hate.